Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are teaching 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. Shalom to the elect, and shalom to the brothers that are pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Base Man Exalting Himself. Alright, so inspiration comes from, you already know who was this, Neuro 47, and he's AI generated himself, right, looking like JC, right, and you're having all these, different people around him doing a miracle, right? You got these, this is it's an AI image. Right now, I was just going through it, trying to find a better one without the tags. And I seen this funny one. Shit, it just disappeared, I guess. It was him golfing. This shit looked funny over here. I'm maybe put this as a more accurate one, right? Because he's eating too much goddamn McDonald's. Right, I'll probably put that one as the thumbnail, right? But still, nonetheless, man, this is a blasphemous image. Even though he's portraying himself as Jesus Christ, but in reality, the Messiah, right? Because we understand that he didn't look. He it wasn't this guy here behind him. You see, that's an idol. But you see, this is a blasphemous image, right? He's none but a mortal man. We gonna get some examples of pride and what happens. This is the book of Acts, chapter 12, and it's us liking, especially when it's a goddamn devil, right? Especially when it's a goddamn Edomite, right? And Neuro 47, he is the epitome of the Edomites. He's a liar. He's a goddamn traitor. He's a swindler. Right? See how he's moving the stock market by saying, "Oh, we signed a truce and we're working on a truce," and then come to find out rockets get fired and this and that. But we can't expect nothing more than with the Edomite. Right? So this is Acts chapter 12 and verse 21. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them. And the people gave a shout, saying, "It is the voice of a God and not of a man." Right? So the people were exalting him. And instead of Herod, because this is Herod Agrippa the first, and instead of him saying, "Nah, chill out, I'm just a man," right? Just how the apostles, when the difference between the humility is that when people try to exalt them, they were like, "Nah, man, I'm just a man. I'm just like one of y'all." But you see, he soaked it up. He's like, maybe they got a point. Maybe I am God. I am God, right? So it says, and immediately the angel of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai smote him, because he gave not the Most High the glory, and was eaten of worms, and gave up the ghost. Right, so there you have it. Right, so he got struck. Like it says here, struck down, and he was eaten by worms and died. Oh, and that's what happens, man. So this dude, I mean, of course, he's a Edomite. But, the Lord could have it to where some happens to this man. Some divine miracle of just straight judgment. Right? Because, again, he said that he was he said he was like a doctor or something. Like, "Oh, I'm not a doctor." Right? And another one, something did look. He said, "Sir, can we help you?" No, I work here. Hey, this shit is funny, right? But you look up different, let's see, like this. I just put Red Cross doctor, right? So, I mean, again, he's a goddamn liar, right? When he said doctor in the red cross, I'm like, man, this motherfucker really people. That's funny. Doctor adult costume. People really think that, you know, it's just they're trying to hang on to something. That's what I personally think. To look past the blasphemy. Because again, this, oh, what the fuck? Tranny Trump, TT, with the TTs. uh, fuck, so like, I forgot my point. All right, because the Edomites, they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe, so it's just, okay, well, it's just a book, and you know. But you see, this dude, he's gonna get humbled, man. So now going to, okay, hit that, okay, this, oh, no. Here, this one. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 9 and verse 4. Let me see. Yeah, I'll start at 4. It says, the swelling with anger, right? Because he got beat up and put to flight, right? And it says the swelling with anger. Oh, this is Antiochus Epiphanes 4. It says, the swelling with anger he thought to avenge upon the Jews the disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee. Right, so he was going to take his anger upon our brothers, right, the Israelites. Therefore commanded he his chariot men to drive without ceasing, and to dispatch the journey. The judgment of the Most High not following him, he had spoken proudly in this sort, that he would come to Jerusalem and make it a common burying place for the Jews. And you can just imagine, you know what I'm saying, the pride of this devil, telling his men to, drive faster and faster. And he was ready to kill Jake. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Almighty, the power of Israel, smote him with an incurable and invisible plague. For as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless, no healing, came unto him, and sore torments of the inner parts. Damn. So the Lord struck his ass with an uncurable disease and terrible stomach pains. And I had some shit like that before. Not like that, but I had certain stomach pains to where it feels like you're getting like jabbed with a knife. I mean, I don't know how that feels, but shit, that's how I would imagine it would feel. Okay, the pain is intolerable. You can't even, sometimes you could go to sleep through some pain. Like this shit, you'd be like, fuck. It says, and that most justly, for he had tormented other men's bowels with many and strange torments. Howbeit he nothing at all ceased from his bragging. You see, and that is the spirit of a Edomite. And we see it like now with Donald Trump, and you could say he's the king of Babylon, and then down to the most peasant. But still was filled with pride, breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanding to haste the journey. Hurry up! We gotta get to these goddamn Jews and kill them all. That's how he was coming in that spirit of. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members of his body were much pained. Yeah, so shit, he fell off. He was riding fast as fuck. He passed out probably from from the pain or something, And his whole body was so he got fucked up. It says, and thus he that a little afore thought he might command the waves of the sea. Hey, that's pride. So proud that he beyond the condition of men, and weigh the high mountains in a balance, right? Only the Lord could do that. That's why the scriptures speak about, like, basically the sea listens to the Lord. It says, okay, you're going to stop right here. And that's where we get the seashore. And check this out. He thought he could weigh the mountains in a balance. Nah, man. Shit. The pride of this dude now cast on the ground and carried in an horse litter, showing forth unto all the manifest power of the Most High, right? And Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai always humbles the proud. That's why it is very important to be humble. But you see, Edomites, they don't have that spirit of humility. They have the spirit of pride. So that the worms rose up out of the body of this wicked man, and whilst he lived in sorrow and pain, his flesh fell away, and the filthiness of his smell was noisome to all his army. Not only was he in terrible pain, but also the motherfucker was rotting. So he was smelling terribly. And the man that thought a little afore he could reach the stars of heaven, whew, tell me that ain't Esau. No man could endure to carry his intolerable stink. He therefore, being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride, and to come to the knowledge of himself by the scourge of the Most High, his pain increasing every moment. Beautiful, man. And that's what's going to happen to all these Edomites. The Lord truly is going to humble them, man. Starting with the elites. Because they're going to go from not knowing they don't have a, you could say, a need in the world. They have it all, but the Lord's gonna bring them down. Verse 12, it says, and when he himself could not abide his own smell, damn, that's how you know you stink, when you can smell yourself. He said these words, it is meet to be subject unto the Most High, and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were the Most High. Right? So a great humbling came to Antiochus. All right? Hey, and that's how the Lord does it. Check what he did to Nebuchadnezzar. Turned his ass into a beast. And, hey, man, the scriptures revolve around everything. Everything, revolves around the scriptures, because you had a Disney movie by the name of The Emperor's New Groove. Right? I remember watching that as a kid. It was cool. Right? This proud ass dude, and then he got humbled, and he's gonna destroy some dude's house, some shit like that, to build a resort or something, right? But they got that from the scriptures, man. I think it was in Peru, if I'm not mistaken. Now going to the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. Excuse me, verse 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right, and we've seen him, and that's why the Lord has him so proud, thinking he could just block the Strait of Hormuz. Right, talking about the art of the deal and this and that, and they'll be begging to make a deal. It's gonna be perfect, right? He's married to a fucking whore. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Russians, making fun of this bitch. She used to do like softcore porn shoots. Maybe not the videos, but shit, the pictures, right? So, hey man, this dude is married to a whore. He's in terrible health. Thinks he's thinks he's Yahushai. Right? That's pride, man. That's why the Lord's bringing him up so high. So the fall is gonna be that much more worse. This is the book of Romans. Jump into Romans chapter 9 verse 22. Right, and this is talking about who the small hats, right, who they call Esau, right? Because that's they call, oh well, the America is Esau. No, motherfucker, your ass is, and then they even go further to say that he's Amalek, right? But nah, man, the Amalekites are the so-called small hats now. Right, but this is Romans chapter 9 verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endured, and here's the point, it says, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. And that's Esau, man. He is those vessels fitted vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. And the point was, he's enduring with much long suffering. Let's see long suffering means. Long suffering. G3115. There it is, dude said.
Strong's G 3115. Makrathumia. Makrathumia.
Endurance, patience, slowness in avenging wrongs. Right? Because the scriptures say that the Lord, he whoops our ass fast, so that way the judgment isn't that bad. Whereas to the nations, he lets sin just stack and stack and stack. So the judgment is that much more worse. But he's doing this for prophecy's sake, like it tells us in, what is that, 2 Thessalonians, where it speaks about he who now letteth will let. Talking about the Most High. Well, you don't think Yahushai and the angels is up there? I mean, you know, they're in order, right? But still, man, you know, amen. Lord, you seeing this, Lord? Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? Let me go down and fuck his ass up real fast, right? Doing a council of how how they gonna jack up Neo 47. I'll do it like this. Nah, chill. You know, I mean, I don't know how it goes down. You know, I'm just trying to paint a picture, but you see, it's still, he is long suffering. Esau Edom. He hates him, man. Shit, it's fine with hating a goddamn devil. Let me see. The book of Sirach. I'm gonna end off with this one. Sirach, chapter 130. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1 and verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thyself. And that's what he's doing. He's exalting himself. Talking about we got the best army in the world, the best military in the world, we got the best economy in the world. All right. Talking about they lost already and this and that. He's a goddamn liar. And if his base of followers can't see that, all right, then I don't know what the fuck, man. And so the Most High discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to fear Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, but thy heart is full of deceit. And that's this man. He ain't there all the way. Demon is probably fucking with him. Right? And we use this for, you know, Jake. Alright, but still, man, it's applicable to Esau Edom as well. Because he is that proud and lofty one who's going to be brought down. Alright, so yeah, let me see. Hit that, okay, yeah. So, with that being said, gonna close out by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Chakodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Shalom.